In our modern world, the mere mention of billionaires conjures up names like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, or Mark Zuckerberg. Undoubtedly, these individuals have amassed tremendous wealth and established stable sources of income. However, when it comes to the pinnacle of wealth throughout history, they pale in comparison to a figure of immense luxuriousness. Even Elon Musk stands far behind history's richest man. So, who exactly holds that esteemed position? It is none other than Mansa Musa, the legendary king of the Mali Empire. His net worth is estimated to exceed a staggering $400 billion, and this is still a controversial figure. Mansa Musa was not merely wealthy. He possessed an unparalleled abundance of riches, toying with gold as if it were a plaything. During his reign, he possessed the power to single-handedly influence economies with the snap of his fingers. Only T'Challa, also known as Black Panther, the kind of Wakanda, is richer than Mansa Musa, as his net worth is about $500 billion. But you know what? Things get crazy if we convert Mansa Musa's net worth according to our time. His wealth can reach up to $900 billion in the 21st century. So it means no one is richer than Mansa Musa in the history of mankind. Now let's dig a little deeper into the luxurious life of Mansa Musa. The beginning of the reign. In the year 1312, Musa, a man with great ambitions and leadership skills, ascended to the throne as the ruler. How did he come to power, you ask? Well, it all began when his predecessor, Abu Bakr II, embarked on a daring voyage by sea in search of the mysterious edge of the Atlantic Ocean. Sadly, Abu Bakr II never returned, leaving the empire without a leader. So, Musa, who had faithfully served as Abu Bakr II's deputy, stepped forward to take charge and guide the empire toward a bright future. Some stories also tell that before Musa, his brother got the throne. But he was not a good leader, so Musa had to step forward and take the throne for the betterment of the empire. The secret of the wealth. Now, let's take a moment to understand the context of Musa's reign. While he assumed power, many European nations were going through a tough time. They were grappling with destructive civil wars and struggling to meet their needs due to limited resources. However, amidst this chaos, the Mali Empire stood strong and prosperous. Why, you might wonder? The answer lies in the empire's abundance of natural resources, particularly gold and salt. These valuable treasures played a pivotal role in the empire's flourishing state during Musa's rule. During this period, Musa's leadership skills and wise governance propelled the Mali Empire to new heights. He understood the significance of these precious resources and utilized them wisely to benefit his people. As a result, the empire thrived and experienced remarkable growth, even while other nations were facing challenges. Expansion of the empire. So you see, Musa's rise to power marked a significant turning point in the Mali Empire's history. His reign coincided with a time of struggle for European nations, but within the Mali Empire's borders, a different story unfolded. It was a tale of prosperity fueled by the empire's abundant natural resources, guided by Musa's vision and astute leadership. And under the rule of Musa, the prosperous empire grew to span a sizable portion of West Africa, from the Atlantic coast to the inland trading hub of Timbuktu and parts of the Sahara Desert. As the territory grew while Musa was on the throne, so did the economic standing of its citizens. The Hajj. It was not until the year 1324 that people outside of Mali got to see how rich King Musa really was. Musa was a faithful Muslim in a community where most people followed the same religion. He embarked on a journey to Mecca, a special place for Muslims to visit, known as the Hajj pilgrimage. Hajj might not be different for other millionaire Muslims, but his was Mansa Musa. How could he not do something different? Musa and his group traveled around 4,000 miles. His group included tens of thousands of soldiers, slaves, and messengers. They wore beautiful silk clothes from Persia and carried golden staffs. We don't have exact records of how many people were in the group, but it was quite large. Camels and horses also joined them, carrying hundreds of pounds of gold. This grand parade caught the attention of the people living in the lands they passed through. Such a huge group was impossible to miss. The impact that the Emperor of Mali had on the Egyptian people lasted for more than 10 years. Visit to Egypt. When Musa arrived in Cairo, the capital of Egypt, his character was on full display during an encounter with Cairo's ruler, al-Malik al-Nasir. According to the writings of the ancient historian Shihab al-Umari, Musa was greeted by one of al-Nasir's subordinates, who invited him to meet with the ruler. Musa declined the invitation, explaining that he was just passing through on his way to Mecca. The reason for Musa's refusal soon became clear to those who were watching. A man named Emir Abu, mentioned in the historical documents, said, "I realized that the idea of meeting the ruler was repugnant to him because he would have to kneel and kiss the ground and the sultan's hand." Abu tried to persuade Musa, who kept making excuses, but the protocol demanded that Musa be brought to the ruler's presence. Abu persisted until Musa agreed. The meeting became tense when Musa refused to kiss the sultan's feet, but it calmed down when Musa decided to greet al-Nazir properly. After their conversation, al-Nazir offered Musa and his entourage a place to stay, and Musa, in return, left behind a part of his unimaginable wealth in Egypt. Musa's generosity and his purchases of goods from foreign lands left the streets of Cairo, from the busy markets to the royal offices, and even the areas where poor people lived, covered in gold. Gold was a highly valued resource that was in short supply, so people were initially thrilled. However, the abundant free supply of gold made things different. His generosity defaulted the economy of Egypt. It took the community 12 years to recover from the consequences of Musa's unintentional impact. But Musa's journey wasn't only about giving. During his voyage, he gained control of the territory of Gao, which was part of the Songhai Kingdom. This extended his empire to the southern edge of the Sahara Desert along the Niger River. Musa's empire included several territories, such as Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, Niger, Nigeria, Chad, Mauritania, and Mali. Constructions. Among these territories, Gao held a special place in the king's heart. In present-day Mali, Musa built one of many mosques after completing his Hajj. Another significant city for the wealthy king was Timbuktu. He used his wealth to construct schools, universities, libraries, and mosques there. Timbuktu was a thriving hub for trade, and it was where Musa commissioned the Jingaribur Mosque, a famous place made of mud brick and wood. This remarkable mosque has remained active for more than 500 years, standing as a testament to Musa's legacy. Conclusion: when it comes to wealth, attempting to quantify Musa's riches is a nearly impossible feat. The enormity of his land and material possessions is beyond comprehension in today's terms. As Associate History Professor Rudolph Ware from the University of Michigan aptly stated, "Imagine as much gold as you think a human being could possess and double it. That's what all the accounts are trying to communicate. This is the richest guy anyone has ever seen." And so, the story of Mansa Musa, the great king of Mali, comes to a close. His legacy of immense wealth, generosity, and influence reverberates through the annals of history. His tale serves as a reminder of the heights that one person can ascend, the impact they can have on a region, and the lasting legacy they can leave behind. So, if you want to learn more about history, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Here's a small takeaway from his story. We might not be rich like Mansa Musa, but we can do small acts of kindness to bring happiness to other people's life. Comment your thoughts below, and please subscribe to the channel.